Hello friends, hope you all are doing great, and to all the lovely ladies out there, wishing you all a very happy Women's Day. In this video, I'm going to share one of my favorite lasagna recipe. So let's get going. So here I have half of a green bell pepper which I have diced, and then I've taken one large onion which again I have chopped finely. Also I have some freshly chopped coriander and then 6 to 7 garlic cloves which I have chopped finely. And this is tomato puree of one large tomato. So this is the lasagna which I used. It would look something like this. So cook the lasagna as per the cooking directions on your lasagna pack. So here I have a saucepan in which I have some hot boiling water. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of salt and then 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and in goes our lasagna sheets. Not to worry, as they cook they will immerse in the water, and I cooked it for about 10 minutes as directed in the box. So now we shall start preparing the tomato based sauce, for which I have a pan here into which I've added about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then in goes half of the chopped garlic, saute this until the garlic is well cooked. And then add in the chopped onion. Once the onion changes its color, let's go ahead and add in the meat. Here I have minced meat, about 500 grams. I have taken here lamb meat or mutton. You may even use chicken minced meat. Saute this as well, and once the minced meat changes its color, let's go ahead and add in the tomato puree. I'm also adding in a tablespoon of tomato ketchup. Saute this for about 2 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and start adding the spices. In goes half a teaspoon of white pepper, and then 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and half a teaspoon of ginger powder, and then 1 teaspoon of paprika powder, and 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs, one teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of parsley, and finally 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix everything well. Even if you do not have all these spices, bare minimum of at least white pepper, and instead of paprika you can add chili powder and oregano. So if you add in these 3 also, your tomato based sauce is going to be good. But then if you add in the spices which I mentioned, it's going to give you that Italian flavor. I felt the color was less, so I added in some Kashmiri chili powder just for the color. Now let's cook this on a low flame, and while the meat is getting cooked, let's prepare the bechamel sauce or the white sauce, for which I have a pan here into which I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of butter. And once the butter melts, let's add in the remaining chopped garlic. Once the garlic is sauteed, let's add in 2 tablespoons of plain flour or maida. Saute this for a few minutes, and then we'll go ahead and add in milk a little by little while we continuously whisk the content. I've added in 1 cup of milk on the whole. Continuously whisk it until everything is well combined, and then go ahead and add in half a teaspoon of white pepper and half a teaspoon of salt. Whisk again. And the best way to know your white sauce is ready is by picking a little of the sauce on a spatula and draw a line like this, and if the line remains on the spatula for a few seconds, that implies your white sauce is ready. Set aside. In the meanwhile, the meat is cooked, so let's add in the chopped capsicum and coriander, and let's mix this well and set this aside as well. So now let's start to assemble it, for which I have taken an oven safe dish here and I'm greasing it with some olive oil. I generally add the white sauce as the bottom layer. You may even add the tomato based sauce as the bottom layer. I've spreaded it out evenly, and now let's start layering it out with the lasagna sheets. And once you have layered it with the lasagna sheets, spread out the tomato based sauce evenly on the top, and then the next layer would be your white sauce. And now is the time for a generous amount of mozzarella cheese to go in. So here I'm spreading it out with mozzarella cheese, and then repeat the same. Let's start layering the lasagna sheets now. I'm doing it here breadth-wise. You may even opt to layer the lasagna sheets lengthwise. And then goes the tomato based sauce over it, and then the white sauce, and time for our mozzarella cheese to go over it. Here I'm sprinkling some coriander leaves just for garnishing purpose. Also, I'm adding in some basil leaves. If you have fresh ones, you may even add fresh ones. And then for the final layer of some Parmesan cheese. By the way, friends, I just opted for 2 layers of lasagna. You may opt for any number of layers and recreate the same. Now I'm covering the top with an aluminium foil, and we're going to bake this at 180 degrees Celsius for about 20 to 25 minutes in a preheated oven. So initially bake it with the foil covered for 20 to 25 minutes, and then remove the foil and light up just the upper rod of your oven and bake for another 10 minutes or until the cheese on the top layer is melted and it turns a little golden brown. Ensure not to over bake it, because in that case your lasagna would dry out and get crispy. Once it's out of the oven, let it cool down for at least 10 minutes before you serve it. So friends, do give this recipe a try. I'm sure your family, especially your kids, will love this recipe. So if you did like watching this video of mine, please do not forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to it, and also hit on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to stay updated of all the new videos which I post onto my channel. So until I see you all the next time, eat healthy, eat clean, and especially eat homemade. And stay safe, friends. Take care. Bye-bye.